All my dog lovers out there will love our next guest. Sasha Armstrong, the dog shaman, is the founder and creator of Canine State of Mind. Sasha educates dogs and their humans and helps them to build stronger, respectful relationships through body language and energetics. She joins us now. Welcome to the show, Sasha.
Hi, Dr. D. It's such an honor to be here. Thank you for having me.
Sasha, we all love our canines. What are the three most important ways to create a strong connection with the proper communication with our dogs?
Absolutely. First and foremost, understanding the language. In what ways do our dogs communicate? And when we have a great understanding and appreciation of how they're trying to send us messages, the language that they speak, people say, "Oh, my dogs don't speak to me." It says, well, of course they do. They're just doing it in their own language, and their own language is energy. I say this all the time: energy, energy, energy. Body language, eye contact, postures, gestures. That's how they communicate. So first, of course, understanding those methods. And secondly, which I believe is just as important, is establishing ideal hierarchy within the family pack dynamic. So not only establishing the alpha leadership roles, but embodying the essence of what that is in a language that a dog understands. And what's so interesting about that is that's something that humans can relate to as well. You know, when we look at the leaders in our world, or people that are worthy of being thought leaders and respected as the guides to make us a successful society, we don't want to follow dictators and controlling people that are aggressive and don't have the intention to create harmony and peace within our communities and within our society at large. So these are very similar ways of understanding an ideal leader to show up as within the canine world as well as the human world. Last and definitely not least, is setting our dogs up for success, mind, body, and spirit. So what I mean by this is that we have to not only support our dogs for their greatest good from a mental component, from an emotional standpoint, but also from a psychological and a nutritional and an environmental standpoint, right? We have to make sure that we're supporting them so that they can be successful and thriving and wildly healthy animals living the long lives that we want them to live with us.
We all wish that we could know what our dogs are saying to us. You mentioned the body language and their moods, but how do we really interpret that?
Well, I think what dogs are asking us to do is attune to our energy, be mindful of the way that we react and the way that we interact, and to trust our gut and our intuition and know that that is what is real, that that's really what serves us, and that dogs are always keeping us on our toes, and they're always there to remind us that these are the most important ways in which we need to lead our lives, and ways that we can fall back on so that we can trust how to most productively and effectively show up, not only in our relationships with our dogs, of course, but in our relationships with other people and with our families. So there's so many ways in which I feel that our dogs are in the background, or not so in the background, sending us these messages. And if we're in the listening, as I say, if we're attuned, if we're paying attention, again, they're the greatest teachers that I believe humans have on their side as their allies.
Fascinating stuff. Thanks so much, Sasha.
Oh, it's a pleasure. It's a pleasure. Thank you so much.
We'll be right back.